This set of 8 videos outlines the key elements of developing a school curriculum assessment framework. Based on the NHT framework, it provides a high-level view of each stage in the process.
Standardisation is the procedure that teachers or assessors will go through to ensure that everyone is marking to a common standard.
And why is it important that schools put in place a standardisation process?
It's important because those people running the assessment and marking the work need to understand what the standard is. Standardisation and moderation are two terms that are used in assessment often as if they were interchangeable, but they are not interchangeable. Standardisation is a procedure that must come first, and it's a procedure that ensures that everyone involved in the standard understands what that standard is in that subject for that particular year group.
Schools need to ensure that everyone assessing pupils' work is doing so consistently and reliably, and that they need therefore to be standardised before they carry out their assessments. Otherwise the assessments might be carried out to a different standard by teacher X as opposed to teacher Y.
And what you're saying about standardising is that the teachers who are being standardised.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
It's the people, it's getting them to understand what the requirements are and to be able to apply that when they carry out an assessment of their pupils' work.
And if they understand that, what we see throughout a school would be clear signs of progression. From year 1 to year 6 and even beyond that.
I mean, we're clear that standardisation and moderation are two separate things, but
Yes.
is this kind of common in schools? I mean, from my experience, I don't see many schools who've really got their head around that.
No, from my experience, not many have. And what we have been trying to do is run some training so that teachers understand that those two processes, although they are closely linked, are very definitely separate. Teachers need to care about what a standard is, because unless they have a grasp of that standard, they cannot assess the work accurately and consistently. And ensuring that it's accurate and consistent is what someone should be held accountable for.
It's also good for teachers as well. I mean, this
Yeah.
is something where teachers really now have to get into the subject, to know the subject, to understand what they expect from their pupils in a given year or a given year group, whatever it is. So I think this really puts the focus back on the subject, on the teacher's expertise, and develops that. If this is done properly, as it needs to be, then this really takes us forward, it takes education forward.
But who's responsible at an individual school level for making it happen?
It won't just happen, someone has to be given responsibility. And it's in effect, if you think of it in the secondary system, it's almost like having a chief examiner in the school. The buck has to stop somewhere, who is actually responsible for those standards, but it's incumbent on that person to make sure that standard runs right from year 1 through to 6, or from 6 to 9, whatever it might be. It has to hang together, it has to be coherent. Frog Education provides a series of courses that explore the processes outlined in the 8 videos to provide schools with an understanding of what a curriculum and assessment framework should look like and how it works. For further information, contact Frog Education.